Welcome back, it's Andrew, your crypto guy on the internet, and tonight I'm going to show you how to trade like a senator. Now, why is that important? Well, it seems that the members of Congress have infinite financial wisdom. Not for the national debt or really running a country in any way, but they can just trade stocks better than Warren Buffett. How? It's almost like they know what's going to happen. But isn't insider trading illegal, you may ask? Yes, it is for you and me and anyone else. We would go to federal prison for a long time for doing this. But members of Congress insider trade every day. And here's some of the heaviest hitters. We got Representative Ro Khanna, Democrat out of California, made 4,200 trades just in 2023 to the tune of $94 million in volume. We got Michael McCall, Republican out of Texas, 1,800 trades for $287 million in volume. And then my personal favorite, Senator Tommy Tuberville, Republican out of Alabama, 400 trades for $11 million. Now, where do they get these trades? Where can you find these moves they're making? CapitalTrades.com. You don't have to sign up for an app. You don't have to pay a nickel. CapitalTrades.com. That's an OL, not an AL. And then you click on politicians. And you got every one of these corrupt motherfuckers, and you can see all of their moves. So let's look up my favorite, Tommy Tuberville. We can see everything he's been up to. Now, the way this works is the senators are not day traders. They're investors with inside knowledge. They generally know what's going to happen over the next year because they're the ones with the policy pen. They make the rules. And so they can make their trades, but they are legally required to disclose them within, I think, 45 days. We generally know within 30 days, about a month after they do it. So you're not going to make money as a day trader following their moves. This is to shape up your investment portfolio by copying these cheaters. So Tommy Tuberville bought some Walgreens, some Paramount, some Rolls-Royce. We all know this, but Humacyte? Who are these people? He bought a bunch of Humacyte on the 21st. We found out about it 25 days later. So you look at Huma's chart, and I made a note of his last buy, March 21st. He is now up 33% in 2 months on a stock nobody's heard of. Now, I also have Market Cipher. So I saw Tommy Tuberville making a move, and I went, I don't know if I'm going to do that right away. But then I saw a nice entry point, and I bought in right around here. And I'm up 41% in 22 days. Am I a genius? No, I just copied the most corrupt people in the world. So what does Huma do? I look it up first. Humacyte. That sounds kind of creepy. And it is. So Humacyte, you know when you see like a dystopian sci-fi movie and that opening scene is the handsome scientist on a stage and he's given a nice PowerPoint to a room full of wealthy investors and he goes, I can take human cells and have them regenerate anything on the human body. Now, we're still testing it out on monkeys and stuff, and it's a little messy, but we're going to need some of that big defense contract money. You can launder as much as you want through us. Isn't this cool? It's the future. And then everybody claps and shakes hands, and 30 minutes later, we have unkillable zombie mutant people roaming the streets. That's Humacyte, that's what's going to happen, but you might as well make a few bucks. And me, well, I'm making some money on these people. He's also selling Adobe, of course he is. Now, Capital Trades is cool, because you can track all the moves they're making, but you can also click on a company and see what other senators are touching it. We got Michael McCall, he's a big boy. Ro Khanna, he's the number one guy. And so that's how I do it. So like over here, I got some other ones. We got some Nancy Pelosi moves. Let's look her up. Go to politicians. I type in old Nancy. Nancy Mace hasn't made any moves that have been recorded on this website, but the heavy hitters, like Nancy Pelosi, we see what she's doing. Her recent moves, Forge Investments, that's NA, I can't touch it, it's not public. Palo, Alto, who are these people? Now, we already know NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, these are obvious moves. But then when you see something unusual, Palo Alto, who are these people? Oh man, you click on it, look, everybody's touching them. What's going on here? So I looked into it, and they are cybersecurity on a national scale. It's almost like Nancy and the rest of them know something big is going to happen. And we're going to be defending ourselves from maybe an EMP blast or something within a year. You got to be ready for it. Now, they don't all make a move that's immediately profitable. Her first buy was here, she took a big hit, and then bought again right here. She DCA'd, she really likes this Palo Alto. So her average buy price is somewhere in the middle here. I bought, using Market Cipher, right around here, after this green dot, and I'm up 8% in 20 days. Not that exciting, but I'll sit on it because I know Nancy will for at least a year. I have other strategies. I got my own ideas. I watch the news. I think this and I think that. But generally, if you copy the people that are cheating, you tend to do pretty well. So you go to politicians at Capital Trades, you pick your favorite goon, and see what kind of moves they're making. Some are boring, treasury bills. Who the hell? Clearway. What's Clearway? See, this is how you do it. Let's take a look at their chart, shall we? Geez, okay, when did they buy? Maria Salazar. She bought April 26th. How's she doing? April 26th, right here. Look at that, right before the jump. How did little Maria know? It's almost like she's the one writing the rules. So that's what I'm telling you. You don't have to flop and grope with the rest of them. You don't have to be Warren Buffett to get a good look at things. You just copy the cheaters at capitaltrades.com. Now, am I paid to shill this website? No. I've just been secretly using it for a month, and I got to tell you about it. It's great. Now, in crypto news, we're seeing some cracks in the defenses. Now, here's what happened lately. The SEC has been taking losses against these crypto companies left and right, and it's embarrassing. But they've also been overreaching quite a bit, and some House Republicans didn't like that. So they put together a vote opposing the SEC's crypto accounting policy, which in plain English, they're going, the SEC's gone too far. No one gave them this power to be going after crypto the way they are, especially when it comes to the rules with banks and crypto. So right now, the rule is, hey, yeah, you can have Bitcoin if you want as a bank, but you're going to have to back it all up dollar for dollar with real dollars. And the banks are going, what? We don't do that with anything. Like, we're not going to touch crypto if that's the case. And that's true. We're not even on a fractional reserve banking system anymore. It used to be 10% of the money had to be actually there. That's not the case anymore. There's no reserve. It's all fake. Unless it's crypto. It has to be real, backed one-to-one. Okay, well, why? There's no regulation. We didn't say that it should be that way. The SEC can't make up those rules. So why are we letting this happen? We need to draw those rules up ourselves. And so the Republicans, led by McHenry, go, no more of that. And every Democrat in the House opposed it. But there are enough Republicans in the House to pass it. And now it's going to go to the Senate. And they're going to consider it. Now, if the Senate passes this motion, it goes to Biden's desk, and he says he will veto it. He's going to overrule it. No, because Biden does not like crypto. Now, he has no idea what crypto is, but the people who pull his puppet strings say no to crypto. What else is going on in the world of Democrats and finance? Now, are these people just trying to keep us safe? Are they smart with money? Should we trust these people? Well, let's look at the White House's economic advisor, the guy who tells Biden what to do with the economy. Now, he was asked a very simple question. This is the guy in charge. He tells Biden what to do with the economy. Now, there's this little documentary that slipped out called Finding the Money, where the makers of this film go, hey, we're $34 trillion in debt. Somebody fucked up. What are we going to do about this? We got to go there and start asking some questions. So they found the lead advisor, this guy, Mr. Bernstein. And they ask him a very simple question. Hey, if we can just print money, why do we have to borrow it? And why are we borrowing our own money? What she doesn't ask is, hey, if we can print money out of thin air, why do we still tax people? But I don't think he can answer that either. Now, watch him try to answer this question. Remember, this is the guy in charge.
The U.S. government can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves? I'm waiting for someone to stand up and say, why do we borrow our own currency in the first place?
Like you said, they print the dollar. So why does the government even borrow?
Well, again, some of this stuff gets, some of the language that some of the language and concepts are just confusing. I mean, the government definitely prints money, and it definitely lends that money, which is why the government definitely prints money, and then it lends that money by selling bonds. Is that what they do? They sell bonds. Yeah, they sell bonds, right? Because they sell bonds and people buy the bonds and lend them the money. Yeah, so a lot of times, at least to my ear with MMT, the language and the concepts can be kind of unnecessarily confusing, but there is no question that the government prints money and then it uses that money to, I guess I can't really talk. I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, 'cause
we believe you.
It's like the government clearly prints money. It does it all the time, and it clearly borrows. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this debt and deficit conversation. So I don't think there's anything confusing there.
Uh-huh. Has anyone ever given a book report on a book they didn't read? That's Mr. Bernstein, but with the economy. So that's what they offer on the left right now. Those are the Democrats in charge. No crypto. Also, we have no fucking idea what we're doing. Now, what's Donald Trump's take on crypto? I'm good with it. Yeah, let's do it. Was Donald Trump always pro-crypto? No. In fact, I did a video on this a while back covering politicians who were potentially running for president and which one of them were friendly for crypto and which were our enemies. And there was a scale. And so we had Biden and Elizabeth Warren all the way against us. And then you had Vivek Ramaswamy and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. that were all the way friendly on crypto. And Trump was neutral to slightly negative because Trump's take was the almighty dollar is all that matters. If there's any threat to the US dollar, I don't like it. And that was his initial understanding of crypto. But he's since come around in a big way. He started selling NFTs on Ethereum and they sold out in a day. And he went, oh, wait, this is real? You can make money on this? And so he had some nerds in his circle explain it to him a little more. And then he goes, oh. Blockchain technology is the future of the internet and financial transactions. It's the building blocks for Web 3.0. We need that innovation and that money here. It must stay in the United States. And right now, the SEC and the Biden administration is squeezing so hard that all the crypto money and ideas and innovation, it's all leaving. It's going to Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Korea, Russia, China. And we're going to be left behind in the next generation of tech boom. And so Trump says, we need that here. And if you want crypto in any way, you gotta vote for me. And so here's the clip at Mar-a-Lago. You know how Trump gets. He gets a crowd of people and he just talks to them. So here's him talking to some crypto bro in the crowd.
Yeah, with the goggles on.
A lot of the smartest people in crypto are moving their businesses out of the U.S. because they're scared of the U.S.'s regulations.
Because of the hostility.
Correct.
Yeah, crypto is moving out of the U.S. because of hostility toward crypto.
Correct. So what are you going to do to stop it?
Well, we'll stop it because I don't want that. I want that. If we're going to embrace it, we have to let them be here.
Yes, sir.
I know there's a lot on the table when you're deciding who you want your president to be. And here's how I would summarize it. The major issues I see that really affect voting is abortion and money, the economy. Can you eat and can you get an abortion? That seems to really matter to people. Men, they don't really care about the abortion thing, but women really do. And so here are your three choices. You have Joe Biden, who is against crypto and for abortion. You have RFK Jr. as the independent, who is for crypto and for abortion. And then you have Donald Trump, who is for crypto and pro-life. Those are your three choices. Now, if you're on this channel, you're probably at least a little interested in crypto, or at least maintaining some sort of financial sovereignty. And it seems like you really only have two choices: Donald Trump or RFK. And I'm going to leave it at that. But the bottom line is, no matter who's president, you can copy these people and their crooked insider trades at capitaltrades.com. So when these scumbags are making money, and they always are, so are you. Good luck.